Hi, my name is Ellie McGowan, and this is part 2 of my course portfolio titled Personal Experience with Girlhood Studies. So I want to take us all back to the fall semester. So I had designed my optimal semester for my last semester of college. I was in the waiting room waiting for my guidance counselor, and then she said, "Wow, your last semester of college." And yeah, she was the first person of many to say this, and it scares me so much more now than it did then. We discussed my schedule, and she said, "Wow, you want to take children's literature? That seems so fun. I want to take that class." And I was like, yeah, well, it fit into my schedule. I had a 9 a.m. open, so I need a literary credit, so here we go. I really wasn't sure what to expect from this class because, like I said, I kind of just fit it in to where a credit would fit. The title sounded cool, so I picked it. As soon as I got the syllabus, I saw the books, and I was like, no way, this is awesome, So we had, like, Hunger Games listed, A Wrinkle in Time, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and many more. And these are all books that I have and already have read. So as a college student who is very poor, I was ecstatic to already have these books and also to get to read them again because I love to read and I love to, be able to explore that. And I've done this a couple times in my college experience where it's pretty cool that I can dive into books that I've read when I was little in a more academic sense, let's say. As soon as I figured out what this class was kind of going to be like, I was super excited to go and, figure it out. So like I said, I have loved being able to dive in deeper into what these stories actually are. I think it's such a cool experience to be able to use your brain instead of just kind of enjoying a story, which I like to do both, but it's a very cool thing for me to do that. And some of the topics that I have learned in this class that I have not thought about before, first of all, is the male gaze. Of course, I noticed this being a woman every day on the street, catcalling, that sort of thing. Super annoying, but I never really studied it, I guess. So talking about what the male gaze is and learning examples of it and how it's in literally every movie and almost every story and that sort of thing was really interesting to me, to see that maybe the reason males act like this is because it's ingrained in us from when we were younger and when we read these stories and see these shows from when we were younger. So as we've discussed, I kind of was thrown into this class just as a requirement, but it ended up being one of the best decisions and honestly one of my favorite classes of my whole college career. I really enjoyed being able to go back into my childhood and have deep and meaningful discussions with the other girls in the class and see what they think and what they grew up on and how our lives differed even though we read the same things. And I think that's a really interesting way to study children's literature in a class.